So let's be honest here. I've been doing this YouTube thing for a decent amount of time now, and I've driven in a lot of cars. But the one thing I can say about all those cars is most of them were already on a set path from the beginning, as far as like completion and no hiccups along the way as far as like the life expectancy of the car. So not disgrading any of them as far as their journeys and how they've built their cars, but what about the stories of those who didn't have a streamlined approach, or those who fell a little short amidst their journey, but somehow still chose to rise anyways and bring back a dead dream or a hope to rebuild what could have been lost? Let's find out and listen to one of their stories. This is Wrecked, but Still I Rise.
Hi, my name's Luke. I own Unitech Paint and Body Shop, and this is my marketing car, my 2000 Acura NSX. This car was actually involved in an accident back in somewhere before January of 2021 when I purchased the car. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about this car's previous history as far as how it was wrecked and where it was wrecked, nor do I know who the previous owner was as it was bought from auction. I've tried to find the previous owner, but unfortunately, apparently his name doesn't show up on any social media of any sorts. I've looked for it, I can't find the previous owner to find out more about this car. But the car was bought in St. Louis, Missouri in January of 2021. It was a last-minute decision to buy this car, and it has gone through many phases as far as what we wanted to do with it and what we really wanted to display with this car. We originally thought we were going to restore this car back to factory and keep it stock body and just lower it, make it look pretty, just clean, simple car. But then we started moving over to, we want to make it more unique. My shop is a collision shop. So what we were going to do is we were going to do a rocket bunny kit. But this car is a very perfect car besides the accident. It's still clean title. It's only got 59,000 miles. And it really didn't make sense to install the rocket bunny kit for the sole reason that we would have to chop the rear end of the car, cut out 8 inches, and weld it back together. And that's more of a permanent thing, and that didn't feel right to us to cut up a perfectly good car. So we ended up going with this kit, which is a Pride wide body kit. It widens the car by about 25 millimeters on each side. It simply flares it out. It has Pride side intakes, save-on rear wing, and a signs of speed hood. This kit was really great. The quality was really great. The only difficulty we had was the fitment, which was a little bit less than desirable, but we made it work. The kit is made out of fiberglass, and of course we have the carbon pieces here and there. But yeah, that's pretty much the car. All right, so as I said, this car was in an accident, so I figured it would be good to show you the extent of the accident and where it was, and I'll send Miles photos too to show the befores and afters. But this car was essentially wrecked from this back corner. The entire quarter panel was literally shredded. This piece was broken. We got the only door that was available for sale, but the old door was just shredded too. It had a hole in it. Rocker panel was shot. Fender was all twisted up. The OEM hood is still good. If anybody wants an OEM NSX hood, hit me up. I've got it for sale. The bumper was just ripped up. We still have it. We're gonna hang up all the actually a really cool thing we're gonna do with this car. In our showroom, we kept all the damaged panels from this side of the car. So one day we're gonna hang up all the panels, the old panels of the car, and park the car next to it in our showroom. But the front bumper was all ripped up, and pretty much to this fender is where all the damage was. On top of that, the frame was slightly bent, so we had to pull the frame, and I'll show you actually what we ended up doing to the frame. So here, we spent hours getting this car straight, and it is 100% fixed and straight. So basically, because the parts are so difficult for this car to find, we really had to take most of these panels and bend them back or make them completely new from scratch. So the reinforcement bar that's underneath this bumper, me and our body man Hugo, who's like the best body man in the world, I'm so grateful for him, we spent literal days getting the reinforcement bar bent back into shape. We welded it back together, made sure it was in tip-top shape, and now it is in perfect condition. If we were to take this front bumper off, that reinforcement bar would be as good as new. As far as that, the frame damage really just extended from this being a little bit bent back, just a little bit of pulling. Nothing terrible for a collision shop, although it was not easy, especially when you consider that NSXs from factory are all aluminum. So aluminum is very bendy and very not good for accidents and repairing too. But the car's got a Koenigs on it. They're actually temporary wheels with T37s on back order. It's also got NSXR style side intakes from Science of Speed. I forgot to mention that. It's got the grind side ducts and, as I said, the Save-On rear spoiler. When we got the car, as I said, it was somebody's baby at one point. So if you want to look on the interior, here it is. The interior came just like this. As you see it, it was very clean. When we got the car, the interior was in perfect condition. You know, it wasn't dirty, it wasn't dusty or anything like that. I can show you the motor too. The motor actually has 59,000 miles on it, 58 when we bought it. So we haven't driven this car terribly much, unfortunately, but it is getting driven a lot compared to what I assume its previous life was like. So the motor mechanically is perfect, yeah, just everything mechanically on this car was sound. We didn't need to fix anything mechanically, just minor service, you know, just changed all the fluids, got it all flushed out since we didn't have much history from before. And yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the car. The car had no undercarriage damage. It was pretty much perfect beside all the cosmetic damage and the frame damage up there. As I said, the car was purchased from auction. We bought the car in St. Louis, Missouri in January of 2020. And we intended to go pick the car up in person and trailer it back, but unfortunately the weekend we were going to do that, St. Louis got something like 2 feet of snow. It was something crazy. We're from Georgia, you know, we're not used to that. So we decided to just have the car shipped here from St. Louis, and it was really cool, you know, to go from buying the car and getting it here. It was really in a lot of hurt when we got it. But yeah, I mean, I forgot to mention, the car also has an S2000 gauge cluster, NSXR shift knob, and a personal steering wheel, but that's all for the interior. Everything else is pretty much stock. If the next owner desires, this car can easily be returned back to factory. Most of the kit is pretty much just bolt-on. Nothing is majorly cut up. As long as the next owner can find the OEM body panels, this car could be returned fully back to stock. Nothing is done permanently on this car. It is in complete sound shape. Mind you want to do that. A lot of time and effort has been put into this car. A good 9 months it took getting this car, from getting it to the shop, getting all the parts, painting all the parts, and eventually finishing the car as you see it now. But yeah, that's pretty much the car and all of its story and how we got it and everything. But yeah, that's about everything I can think of.
Running beside the lions, I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you be
Luke Valdivia. Follow me at cardude_95, my personal account, or my body shop account, Unitech_Paint_body shop. And this was the story of my wrecked NSX. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and have a great day, y'all.